Alright, well, the time has come to upgrade to lithium, mainly due to weight. I have been running a 120 amp hour AGM, and it's a kick-ass slimline, and that is about 30 kilos. This Enerdrive 125 amp hour is, I don't know, maybe 13 kilos. So it's quite a saving there. They do still cost over $1,000, so that's obviously a downside, but I'm hoping that this will probably outlast the Jeep. So yeah, I'm looking at it that way. Also, it was time to buy a inverter, so I've got the Enerdrive 1000 watt true sine wave inverter. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but the battery will go in the same location as the slimline one was, which was under the floor, in the false floor. And yeah, while I'm at it, I'm going to slightly change my false floor as well. I'll extend it all the way to the front seats, just giving me that extra little bit of room to mount the fridge or whatever. Also going to hopefully mount make a bit of a drawer system for the front runner wolf packs as well. Alright, well, after much stuffing around, I've had to pretty much cut out these corners a bit because there's studs sticking out of the bottom of the Jeep, so out of the floor of the Jeep. So I've just had to trim a bit of the corners there. And finally, Nick let me use his router. This thing's amazing. Maybe go outside to do it because it makes a mess. And it's about 2 degrees outside, so that was good fun. So now the track will sit in these, and with the carpet on there, that should be pretty flush, hopefully.
Got a pizza on the bloody go. How good is that?
Oh, hell.
How's yours going, Marco?
I don't know, just not happy with using the space under the floor, but I don't know, I'm getting somewhere.
You're worried about this steel, I don't know if you can see that. The brace in the middle. And thinking about moving it to the front.
Yeah, basically to be able to use that space under there a bit better. You put wider things in there, you know, water bladder or whatever. But with that how it is, yeah, it really limits you to only small items in there. Thanks, that was good passing of the pencil.
Is it going to plan, Mark?
Yeah, just adding a few little extra pieces here to strengthen her up a little bit. And the only problem is the Jeep's floor has this gluey, insulation-y stuff that's like, I don't know, sound deadener under the carpet from factory, and it just makes the surface just crazy. So trying to put these in, I'm just having to shave a bit off here and there.
Inverter.
Yeah, we found a little hidey hole for the inverter. It is up against the carpet, which probably isn't ideal, but there is ventilation around it, so, and the fan.
1000 watt, is it?
Yep. That's the Enerdrive 1000 watt. We'll put a power board in somewhere so you Don't really need to see it.
They got USB on there too.
Yeah.
Looks inconvenient to open.
Oop.
Oh, that's lost forever.
Alright, I've been gluing carpet all week. Slow process sometimes when you've got limited clamps. So this is what I've been using. So yeah, this Sika premium contact adhesive works well. So you can see here, looks a bit ugly. This is the bottom of the platform for the back of the Jeep. But yeah, not unhappy with it. I just got the last piece gluing at the moment. That will be all good in a couple of hours. But yeah, this stuff, yeah, it's been best stuff I've used so far. Get yourself a little scraper of some sort just to help spread the glue. You've got to be pretty generous. Spread it out. Both the whatever you're gluing it to, in this case the board, and also to the back of the carpet. Try not to get the carpet too soaking wet. I have found that it will seep through. So yeah, try not to let it pool up on the carpet. Apart from that, yeah, fold it over, clamp it down, and yeah, leave it for, I don't know, probably 8 hours at least. Usually I just do it overnight, and every day just swap to the next piece. It is a lot easier to do it piece by piece rather than having clamps and crap everywhere. But yeah, you do go through a fair bit of glue as well, so probably buy more than what you think you'll need. If you've got multiple pieces, do them all individually. I think that's probably a bit easier. So yeah, this is almost ready to almost ready to put into the Jeep. So you can see here, I've got the Redarc lithium battery in there. This is where it's going to sit. So that's the back seat delete. So the panel will sit here. Pretty strong support for it to sit on. It comes up pretty flush with the back of the slide. This lithium by Redarc, this 125 amp hour, sits perfectly in here. And the challenge is trying to find something that, if I want to pull the platform out and put the rear seats back in, having being able to do that with the keeping the setup the same. So this Redarc 125 fits under the seats in the Jeep Wrangler, so that's pretty cool. The other one was larger battery, well, smaller by size and AGM, so but yeah, you couldn't put your rear seats in how I had it before. So now I can simply unbolt this whole system, battery stays there. I'll probably just throw a strap over it, and yeah, throw your rear seats in and you're still good to go for a 5-seater. So trying to make it versatile, it makes it a lot harder. Just throwing in a bit of plate in here which will sit under the platform here, and that will be, I'm thinking maybe little fuse panel, breakers, kind of out of the way, but still you can, if you get down low, you can still check them, replace them, troubleshoot, whatever. Alright, well, back at it again this morning. Hopefully you can finish this wiring off today. Pretty much last couple of connections for the main, for the Redarc inverter, and then the 6-way fuse panel as well. A couple of connections there, but that's all easy. Drop the battery in, just mounting the battery with a strap, and on this piece of blue high dense foam. It's worked well in the past, so I'll probably keep doing that. And a strap should be good enough to hold this battery down. The board is actually almost perfectly on top of it anyway, so
I mean, it's not going anywhere.
So this is what the base platform for the seat delete's now looking like. It's all carpeted and have the tracks sitting in there. Not real happy with how it's turned out. Unfortunately, I had to fit my fridge between the tracks, the tie-down rails. The tie-down rails had to go right on the edge, which just means the carpet was going to be not super clean. If I was to do it again, I'd change it how I cut the carpet out, but now that I've already cut it, unless I recarpet the entire platform, it is what it is. So I think I'll leave it for now. All right, and now I've decided to redo the bracket that's the BCD or the Redarc BCDC is mounted on. So I've taken out the passenger seat. That was sitting under the passenger seat here before, except it's on a pretty shitty bracket. So now that we have a folder, I'm going to just redo that, get that sitting up nice and high so there's still a bit of room under the seat for storage. And I'll throw in another USB and CD plug. Right, there she is. The old Redarc BC DC 1225D. We've got all this mounted. Happy with it. But now we just need to cross our fingers and toes and hope that the seat still fits in. So here goes.
Shouldn't you have measured that, Mark? Shouldn't you measure?
I just thought there's plenty of room.
Just build it and do with it.
Build it and they will come. Oh, it doesn't really apply in this scenario, does it?
Any luck?
Yeah. A little bit of luck here.
Little bit of luck?
Yep. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Great location.
So what's down there?
Well, you see, we've got the
I can't see. Take this and show the people what they want to see.
1225 BCDC charger. Like a glove. So yeah, that's pretty much the install finished. Pretty happy with it. The lithium's been on the to buy list for a long time. Finally pulled the trigger. They are over $1,000, but the way I see it, a similar size AGM is still $400, $300 or $400. So, and they have probably expectancy of 3 or 4 years. Obviously, you might get more out of them, but you can only drain them down safely around 50%. So although it might be a 120 amp hour battery, it's probably only giving you 60 usable amp hours. So the lithium, expensive, definitely. You can, a 120 amp hour, this is like a 125 Enerdrive battery, you can drain them down, I think 80% comfortably. So you've got, it's a bigger battery, it's lighter, it's almost 20 kilos lighter than the AGM. That alone is almost worth the money in my books. When I'm in a Jeep, you're always close to the GBM. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, been wanting the 1000 watt inverter for some time now. Couldn't quite justify it again because we always had one on the trip anyway, and we've got by. But now with the cameras actually requiring a 240 charger, that yeah, makes sense to have them in both vehicles now. So pretty stoked with that. All looks good. Just got a power board to put in somewhere to make it a little bit more usable. It's tucked out of the way, the battery's out of the way. The best thing is I've designed the whole thing to fit with the rear seats in as well, so it's not strictly useless as far as if you wanted the rear seats in. The system will still work with that. It's just unbolt the floor, put the rear seats in, and you could probably do it in about 20-30 minutes. So yeah, obviously I can run the fridge in the back here on the slide, which is the only option if you got the rear seats in, or at the moment with the platform gives you the option to put the fridge either side back here as well.